Hello, I'm Jeannette Koczela, founder and president of the International Association of Professional Life Coaches. And today I'd like to talk to you about how to set dynamic goals. It seemed like I always had a goal that I was working on, but for one reason or another, it took a long time to achieve. And sometimes I would get distracted and sometimes not even complete it. And then I would start something else and start the same cycle all over again. So what was the problem? Well, the problem was that I didn't know how to set dynamic goals. So what are dynamic goals? They are goals that come complete with action steps. And a good example of this is Bob Proctor, the Law of Attraction teacher and mentor. His mentor, Clement Stone, told him to write down his goal on a card and carry it with him at all times. And that's what Bob did. And he also developed a plan of action for getting out of the job that he had, which was a fireman, and working part-time in the evenings with a cleaning service so that he could reach his goal of becoming wealthy, which he did. And his goal also was to quit both of those jobs and become a coach and mentor for other people who had the same aspirations. So what about you? Do you have the exact action steps that you need to complete your goals? Do you know how to organize your goals into action steps? And do you know how to set dynamic goals and turbocharge them? Well, I'm going to give you some tips as to how you can do that. Here's the first tip. You can start goal setting by getting the big picture. And by the big picture, I mean, what do you want to accomplish 10 years from now? Where do you want to be at that point? And then just break it down little by little. So then where do you want to be in 5 years? And what would you like your life to be like in 1 year? And the key is to make shorter goals to accomplish the larger goals. And then it becomes an organized overall plan. The second tip is that the way that you build your plan is to break down those big goals into smaller goals. And so every month you look at your goals and you see what can you accomplish in the next 30 days to help you move forward to those larger goals. And then you determine what action steps you need to take for the month, and then break those down into action steps for the week, and finally the days. And the smaller goals will then help you keep focused on the larger goals. Now the third tip is to use the weekly and daily goals as your action steps. It's one thing to have a goal, but it's another thing to break it down into doable, realistic action steps. Many people have trouble actually performing the action necessary to reach their goals, but when the action steps become simply smaller goals, that makes it a lot easier. Tip number 4 is to use an organizer to write down and keep track of your goals. So get a notebook or something that you can write all this down in and keep it all in one place, and then it's organized. And the last tip is to integrate visualizations and affirmations into your goal setting routine to help you keep focused and also to help you motivate yourself and turbocharge your goals. Sometimes setting goals can be a formidable task, and maintaining your focus on them from day to day until you see results can sometimes be challenging. So by combining your goal-setting tasks with visualizations and affirmations, you're going to turbocharge those goals, and your action steps will be much more dynamic. And you can also write down your affirmations or visualization ideas in your notebook with your goals. So you keep it all together and keep that with you at all times, so that when you think of another affirmation that you might want to add to that, you can write it down and put it right there in the notebook with your goals. When you have a set of organized action steps, your goals become more exciting, more meaningful, and more dynamic. So I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. And if you'd like more tips and strategies and business support, you can go to iaplifecoaches.org and get 5 valuable business tools that will help you with your coaching business and help you get into profit sooner. And if you're already a member, you can take advantage of our Quick Start Marketing Strategy session. And that's where we go over your marketing and goals and see what action steps need to be taken in order to reach those goals. And the link for that is tinyurl.com/quick45. So thanks for listening.